Hello YouTube, this is going to be a video of what I replaced an 8 horsepower Tecumseh Snow King engine with on my snowblower. So this is a 1972 Columbia 826 snowblower. Everything on it worked, besides for the engine was having some issues. The drive worked well, tires still hold air in them without tubes, and the auger still works. It's got some rust on it, but I cleaned all the grease off from the old engine and everything when I had it off. It had the Tecumseh 8 horsepower engine with the 1-inch main crankshaft output shaft without the dual crankshaft output shafts. So it just came through here. What I'm replacing it with could probably work as well for a Predator style 6.5 horsepower engine. This is a King Canada, is what it says on the sticker, and rating on it. Oh, where is it? Oh, somewhere on it. Engine, but on the actual crankshaft it says LCT. So it's an LCT engine, which are okay quality Chinese engines. This is a 2018 engine, 2020 now. This was a demo model. I got it for a deal. The thing starts up and it runs great. This engine model doesn't have adjustable throttle. It just has your primer, your key in and out for on and off, your fuel on and off, and your choke, and it runs at a constant speed. The one thing I don't have yet, which I'm waiting for, is an adapter shaft that will be that will go over the output shaft and convert it from the 3/4 that it is now to 1-inch. Spacing on the engine, it lines up perfectly with the plate that's on top of the mounting bracket, I suppose, for this snowblower. This is interesting. It has like a height adjustment plate on it for some reason. Anyways, as you can see, there are holes where you probably could have mounted other engines, but this engine mounted up perfectly to that plate. The shaft is almost long enough. I'm going to be able to extend it with the adapter, and by cutting the end of this pulley off, I was able to make the spacing just perfect to where the old Tecumseh pulley with the two, it's a one solid pulley that has two pulleys on it, where that could mount and be able to operate the snowblower the same as the other one. I'll be able to put the plastic cover back on and everything will match up. This engine's got electric start just like the other one had. Running 5W30 oil in it now. It's summer, but it's going to be ready for winter. So when winter comes, it's ready to go. It's got fresh fuel in it, and all the controls are on the engine itself. So the snowblower controls are still original. Everything works. Everything's there. The rubber is still usable on the friction disc, and the friction plate is in good condition, and the chains are there, they're oiled up. Everything's cleaned out. The tires that still hold air. One of them starting to dry rot real bad. The other one just has a bit of dry rot on it, and everything else on it's metal. So, you know, the swap was not too difficult. I needed a 1/2-inch wrench that wasn't ratcheting to take these nuts off, especially on the other engine because the clearances were very tight. And yeah, it just basically took the 3 bolts for the housing off, took those out, took out these belt retainers on both sides. This one's a 1-inch, and this one is 3/4 inch wrench size for the end, and you take it off and it comes out, and you're able to take the belts off the pulley and take the pulley off. And the pulley off was really corroded, so I really had to use some pullers and acetylene to take them off nicely. But yeah, this is a bit underpowered for this. Supposedly it's 7 horsepower, but that engine I took out, I don't think it was making more than 5 horsepower by the time I pulled it out. It had fuel in the oil, and when you had high RPMs, it was spitting oil out of the breather tube. Yeah, I don't know exactly what was wrong with it, but it was not good. I decided to replace it with this one and see how it works, and probably just sell it, but see how it works first. This one's got the wires coming off for the from the alternator to go to a light, and heated hand grips if it were to have it. This one at some point had a light on it, mounted right there, but since been removed. Probably the bulb died or alternator quit on the old engine. And yeah, this is going to be a nice machine again one day. And it's a pretty simple swap actually. Didn't need much modification besides for the shaft, and we need the adapter shaft and some cutting of the grinder, and maybe an extended bolt, and should be able to put it in. And it's got a nice oil drain plug, same position as the other one was, maybe a little further in, so should be able to drain the oil properly in the future. And it sounds good. It's Chinese, but it's better than what was on there that I took off. And I got some souvenirs from it, the old engine, to put in my room somewhere. Yeah, if any of you want to convert an old 8 horsepower 26 snowblower and one that's similar to this style, LCT engine might be an okay option for you if you find a deal on one. Although I would put Predator on engine on here as well, but LCT has supposedly half a horsepower more, and also it just wasn't my area and was a good deal. But anyways, if you want to make more YouTube videos, comment below.